happening right now?
Apples are really
How did
good.
this go so sideways?
It's just coming from one fruit to another. Stop
Okay.
eating it.
Apples are really good.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all, this is gonna be a mess of a podcast. I can already feel it. This is gonna
Good
be.
for you.
This is nowhere near gonna be our best podcast. I can tell you that right now. That's all right.
I'm best dressed right now. I can tell you that.
All right.
You cute because she's not.
Welcome
No,
to
I am.
107 Uncensored Podcast. Kramer and Jess. If you're new to this, quick warning, which is what, Jess?
This is the Uncensored podcast. So if you are confused by uncensored, it means inappropriate. And we also compare it to the close friends feature on Instagram. So you are very selective on what you share, on what you're sharing with, special people in your life. That's what we look at. That's how we see the Uncensored podcast. You're special to us. We trust you. So that's all.
Jess is feeling ganged up on today. I can already feel like you're.
I mean, I was.
It's been a long Jess day though.
The long Jess day.
Like,
I mean, I took it.
yeah.
I'll stand on this hill.
So
it's fine.
Jess is.
Everyone hates me because I'm defending Rihanna, and everyone hates me because I don't have enough money to afford +1s for my guests.
It's okay. So it's in case you don't know, if you're not listening to this the day it comes out, we call Wednesday, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I forgot.
I don't know what it is.
I forgot.
Wednesdays
Mm-hmm.
are the most aggressive radio show days.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't really realize this till we got here. I don't even know if it's like a Maryland thing or what. Monday, everyone's well behaved. Tuesday, everyone's well behaved. Wednesday, everyone goes to like just.
I think they need someone to like take their shit on, and so we become the punching bag.
But
so if
why
you're like
Wednesdays?
I think because people are tired. It's the middle of the week. They're just trying to get through it. So if we say something that's just like an inkling of annoyance to them, they just want to like rip us apart.
It's even hard sometimes because I understand like with the craft of radio, we have to be punching bags from time to time.
Totally.
But like, I'm so defensive of Jess too. It's like, it's hard to like fight with you and like also go against you, but then see people also going against you. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Like you're allowed to be mean to me, but when other people be mean to me, you get upset.
It does. I'm like, well, y'all need to fucking chill for a minute over here. Really quick, let me just say, and we'll get into why Jess is getting beat up today. We're going to beat her up just a little bit more. MB, good morning. Hi, good morning. Welcome to our show. We also do this show live on YouTube.
Good morning.
If you're ever able to watch it, we're a little early today. And to be completely fair, hello, Isabel. Good morning from Encinitas, National City.
Hey,
Mike checking in. Hello. Felicia checking in. Hi, how are you? Love that San Diego still follows us. I mean, that's like, y'all.
I was about to ask
That's all our family, man. That's loyalty too.
I also think it's just really cool. We have family from all over the country, whether it's Maryland, Georgia, Florida, California.
We've been gone from all those places, and y'all still follow us for some crazy reason. So thank you for all the support and following us on the YouTube show as well. It's awesome. You can always just search Kramer and Jess on YouTube and watch it live. 11-ish on the East Coast time. Okay, so today might be a little bit shorter. I'm like half a voice right now, so we're just gonna beat up on Jess and probably get out of here.
Woo!
Because it wasn't bad enough. So yeah, so Jess and actually Hassan. Here's the reasons why people hate Jess today, and Hassan can hop on this too. Number one, Rihanna's halftime show wasn't that good, but for some reason, Jess will die on this hill that it was a good halftime performance.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna save your emotions till the end? Okay.
Yeah.
That was number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two is that, can I say it on here or no?
Yeah.
You sure?
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. Well, why don't you say it?
About the +1?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I'm just saying the reasons why you got beat up today.
Okay. So I'm also getting beat up because I don't want to give my sister a +1, and not just my sister, but I feel like I'm taking into account like the longevity of relationships in order to get a +1, because our guest list is capped at 150, and the guest list has been the most stressful and heartbreaking part of this process.
Right. I think we talked about the podcast. I can't remember. Maybe it was a radio show.
Yeah, probably like cried about it because it's been really difficult. So Garage Boy and I have to be very selective on who gets a +1, and my sister wants one for her guy friend.
Yeah.
That's a guy friend right now. And
can we talk about this or can we not?
Yeah.
We
Well,
just
no.
can't make it like a.
Well, no, I mean, I say guy friend because it's not her boyfriend. It's like a situationship. Like, there's no title there.
How
But
long have they been guy? First off, what happened to the last guy?
they broke up.
They did. How long ago was that? I don't think I realized they broke up. This was the guy that
Probably like 5-6 months ago.
the Christmas issue wasn't that? Didn't you supposed to get a wreath or something or a stocking?
No, all you guys were mad that he didn't get a pumpkin, and look what happened, and rightfully so.
Pumpkin, that's
and
right.
you guys were mad because we didn't want him to come to Hawaii with us, and rightfully
Oh, that's
so.
right. So
because
he's gone for sure.
He's gone, and because he's whack, and because he sucks. And guess who knew? Me.
Gone.
Big sister Jess knew. Big sister Jess called it, and I was correct.
So how long were they broken up before? Can we give new guy a name, or not like a real name, but like a nickname? Situation Sam.
Situation Sam.
Okay. So
Oh my god.
so Situation Sam walks into the equation.
Situation Sam. I think Situation Sam. I mean, yeah, he walks in, and he's been a situation. He is the situation.
Yeah.
And right now they're playing, phone tag as far as like, what are we? No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're
Smashing,
not.
though,
Yeah,
for
we are.
sure.
Blah, 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 blah,
For
blah.
sure. Is that weird? Your sister smashes?
No.
That doesn't weird you out at all?
No.
My sister's 32 and married. I'm pretty sure she's never had sex. Don't tell me otherwise.
Okay.
Until she has a
The
baby, that
heck?
I'm pretty sure she adopted. I don't want to think about it. That's weird to me.
Really?
That doesn't weird you guys
Really?
out that your
But
siblings have
siblings?
sex.
Seriously?
But it's siblings.
Parents?
Younger
yes.
sister?
Siblings?
Parents, yes. She's my sister.
Nope. Don't want to think about it.
Is it different
Oh.
because it's like a girl?
Probably. It's
Okay.
probably because there's another dude banging
Or
my sister.
to you, it's your
Okay.
little sister.
That phrasing?
I
Not
mean,
helpful.
That's what it is.
But
though. And think about
Really?
how many people's sisters I've banged.
Ew.
I mean, think about it though.
Mhm.
Like you
And how
instantly
disrespectful you've been to them.
exactly. How
Yeah.
many people's sisters have I disrespected?
And listen, for me, I want my little sister to live her life, and she has every right to thrive. But I don't think that the situation Sam needs to be thriving on my wedding day. And my viewpoint of that is I also don't think that weddings, and I'm just saying not in general, because your family is probably very different from mine. I don't think that the first time you meet my entire family should be at a wedding. I feel bad for this kid. I'm also thinking about him. He's not going to know anybody. He's not going to be close with anyone. He is a quiet kid. He's to himself. He's not that outgoing. And I think that he will be put in a lot of
how
awkward
do you know this?
because of my sister.
Oh, she says all this about him?
Right. Like I know of his person. Do I know
what's
him?
his Instagram? Let me stalk this man down.
I don't have
I'm
his
talking about high
Instagram.
school
She
right
won't give
now.
that to me.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. That's
Mhm.
smart.
She's
yeah.
smart. So he's not like super outgoing, like just like obviously he's not going to be like, hey, what's up guys, like he's going to be a little nervous. And my family is so loud, they're so in your face, and I just don't think a wedding is the function that you want to meet us, because they're going to be drunk, it's going to be crazy, everyone's going to be like, who the fuck is this? And I just
Well,
don't
plus you
think
got
it's
to pay for them.
Yes,
I do get that. My stance though on this, and I'll stand by this, like obviously the radio, we get a little more aggressive about stuff. I don't honestly give a shit who you invite to the wedding.
as long as you're invited.
As long as I'm invited. I just feel like if I go to a wedding, like for example, if I went to my sister's wedding and I wasn't offered a +1, I would have been extreme. I mean, you know how the Yancey family can get, right? Like one little thing that would have set me off.
Okay, yeah.
That would have set me off. So then what's
No.
the difference?
I think the difference is we are
Whoever-
not in the financial position to have 400 people at our wedding.
But it's one.
And no, it's not one. It is like, so it's all of the +1s that we're taking into consideration. It's not just one. It's like, who is the +1? Like, are they taking a place of someone that we really want to be there, that both Garage Boy and I have a connection to and want to look out and see their face when we're standing up there during our wedding ceremony. I don't want to look into a stranger's eyes if they don't have to be there. It's not something that I want to do. And like, if I could, I might literally, like, I want 400 people there. There's so many people I want there. And I would love for you to be able to bring a +1, because I think that would be so much fun. I want that, but can I do that? No. And I hate that. And I don't think that and I hate that people were so shitty to me today. Of like,
Yeah, they were
how dare you? Now, I've
Bridezilla.
never been to a wedding where
Jess
I couldn't
needs to
bring a
fucking chill.
+1.
I loved it because it rarely happens. So to see it, I was like, okay, good.
Which is fine. Like, if all of you have been blessed enough to afford to give everybody a +1, I love that for you. I think that's an amazing blessing that you have.
You've already said that you're going to let me bring my mom as a +1 to your wedding.
Yes.
Right?
And from the very beginning, I told you that you and your mom are coming.
I think that your sister deserves a +1 over me.
Absolutely not. Because your mom needs to be at my wedding. Garage Boy wants your mom at my wedding. I want your mom at my wedding. It's important to me to have your mom at my wedding because I love her and she loves me. And I could cry about it. Like I could literally cry when I talk about your mother. And this is what I'm saying. These are the comparisons that we're making. And another thing, like my friend from Arizona, I'm not letting anyone come where I don't know they're going to have people to have a good time with. I would never do that to anyone. I have a friend from Arizona. She doesn't know anybody, but she's one of my best friends. And she means a lot to me. I'm giving her a +1 because
Dude,
I would not.
Up.
It's not.
That's fucked
because
up.
she does not know a single soul at that wedding besides my parents and myself. And we're going to be really busy. Butter has a shit ton of friends. All of her friends are my friends. We're all in a group. She's going to be with the wedding party. She's going to be with us. She's going to be so wrapped up in that. And this kid is going to be by himself feeling so out of place because he doesn't know anybody. And then she's going to have to worry about making sure he feels, accepted and belonged and he's included. And she's going to miss the experience of being with the squad because she's in the squad.
My stance is family, no matter if she wants to bring her friend, a guy, a date. I mean, because why couldn't you just say, people go.
He's going to be by himself for the entire day. She's going to be getting ready for us. She's the flower girl. She's in the wedding.
People bring wedding dates all the time though.
But they have the date because you're with that date. She's going to be absent, like literally from dawn until we eat dinner.
But what about all the romantic dances and stuff? If she wants to have somebody to dance with, what do you want her to do?
There's gonna be one romantic dance and it's gonna be our dance. The rest is gonna be a fucking party. Are you kidding me?
Gabriella on our YouTube show said that's why I've never understand +1s. Why would you want to bring a stranger to a wedding? Because I don't want to go to. And Gabriella, are you in a relationship? Because I feel like it's exactly what everyone in a relationship says, because you've never been to a fucking wedding by yourself.
I have.
It's really uncomfortable.
No, it's not.
You don't think it's uncomfortable?
No.
So explain your case.
I've been the +1, and I've also been sent the invitations like, hey, you can't bring a +1. That's fine. Granted, I've been single all this time.
Yeah.
One time I was in a relationship. It was similar to Butter's situationship. That was me at the time. And I went. It was fine. Yeah. I knew the couple. The person I was talking to didn't know anyone. So what's the point? And the thing is, though, like if Butter was bringing someone that both you and Garage Boy knew, that's a different story. She's bringing a whole nother random.
But why does it matter? That's the thing is I just don't understand. Why? Because, for example,
and also weddings are serious things. Like she said, you mean a whole entire family for the first time.
If I were to go to a wedding and I'm not offered a +1, I'm offended. I do feel offended.
I think it's messed up for someone to be offended about something that they're not putting on and they're not putting together and they're not paying for.
That's true as well.
I don't know. I feel like it's part of.
It's very demanding.
It's part of,
and it feels self-entitled. Like why? Because you should want. And here's my thing that's been kind of hurtful about this too, is I thought and expected, and I've been understanding too, where it's like I would never ever judge or make anyone feel like shit for what they could and could not afford, 1. And 2, I would think that your only concern as the guest of whoever weddings that you're going to, that's your person. You should be most excited to celebrate the love of that person and whatever relationship, whether it's you guys were friends in college, you guys are friends now, whatever relationship you have with the person that's getting married, shouldn't that be the most important thing? Shouldn't that be what you are most excited to celebrate?
But I think you can, that's it would, you don't even have to put wedding in there. If it was a birthday party.
No, but this is a wedding.
Anything else, I would still feel the same way
if
about
it.
Birthday parties I feel like birthday parties are different because birthday parties you could pay for yourself. If Jess is hosting a birthday party and say I could come and I could bring a +1, I'm paying for myself and that +1. I don't have to pay for Jess.
No,
take that away. Everything has to. Again, for a wedding, Jess and Garage Boy and whoever else is chipping in has to pay for every single person that's there. We don't have to pay Jess for that. We give Jess a gift, but we don't have to pay for Jess.
But if this was if I'm not talking about a party at somebody's house, if you were to put together for example, if I would have thrown a 40th birthday party with a catered dinner and everything else, whatever.
That's so different.
I still though wouldn't just be oh, you can't bring somebody. Even if it's costing me money, I still wouldn't do that to somebody. Okay, let's go through some comments and then we'll move on to why else we're shitting on Jess today.
Yeah, so that's 1.
Celia says the sister should get a +1 just to save the drama, just to keep it cool. And I do think there's something about that. I also guess I just don't understand. I guess maybe I do. Like the rationale of who gets 1 and who doesn't get 1, because you said your friend gets 1 from Arizona, but your sister doesn't.
No, because to me, and again, this is what I'm thinking about as far as my sister. I guess I'm also wondering like why she needs one when she's going to be with me and I want her to be with me. Like she's going to be staying where I'm staying. We're going to be waking up together. We're going to be getting ready together. Like this is my experience with my sister. And then like I want her there and I don't want her concerned with trying to introduce this person, which I'm so happy that she's excited about. I would love to meet him the day before, the day after. Like,
Situation
let's go to
Sam.
brunch. Let's Situation Sam. There's nothing against Situation Sam. I just don't think my wedding day is the day that my sister should bring Situation Sam and introduce her to the entire family. Cause that's not like a fun, I just don't think that that's the right situation for our family in particular.
So Gabriella's comment will always be, it's always going to be the rule on this show, which is like, and we talk about weddings and relationships all the time on the radio show, especially like it's your wedding. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Like, like if you didn't want your sister to be there, period. Like it's like nobody can argue that like, that's what you want. But when we're talking about etiquette in general, wedding etiquette in general, my belief is that if you're going to invite me to your wedding, like for example, my sister, if she would have been like, you absolutely can't bring somebody with you, I'd be pissed. And that's it. As a single person, give you that perspective of like, it's just not it. Right. Great question too from Isabel on our show, our YouTube show, is maybe I missed the wedding date, but it's still a year away. If it is, what if Butter's relationship has changed with this person? What if they get serious?
I think it would depend. I think it would depend on like, because again, I don't know him, and you guys know, and, and here's the thing about this too. You guys know me. You guys know that I have a very close circle of people, and like that's it. So if I don't like random people at my house, why do I want like random people at my wedding? But just as me as a person. However, yeah, like let's say this becomes like a serious thing. I think I would definitely outsource and like want to know like, how serious is this? How are things going? Are they happy? Because my sister's previous relationship was a serious thing. But I would not want that boy. I would not have wanted her ex-boyfriend at my wedding. And that's just because of what I know that he's done to her and what they've been through. And I was not a fucking fan of that. So that's my thing where it's like, if it's serious, okay. But like, it can be serious and you can be in an unhappy situation. And I don't want someone that's not treating my sister the way they should be treated at my wedding. That's something I will not pay for.
We're going to end it with Gabriella's final comment on the YouTube show. This is exactly why I eloped.
Girl.
And I get
Smart.
it. This is also why divorced people never have second weddings. You only can have one and really care about it. I swear to you, like you're going to see, and you're just at the beginning of it. You'll never want to do this again. You're never going to want to have to talk about who needs a plus one, who doesn't need a plus one ever again in your life. So anyway, that's reason number 2. Let's take a quick break and we'll talk about number 3 reason of why we're shitting on Jess today. Do you have the comment pulled up?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Please. So this is reason number 3 of why we're shitting on Jess today. And let's see if we have good reason to be kind of with Jess on this, or if not.
Yeah. From Anonymous, quote, Kramer suggested charging for the reception. They would get drinks, food, and fun for a small fee. Jess was like, what? No. Now we have a subscription service for randoms just to watch Jess plan a wedding, and that's cool. Gonna pay to see a party I can't attend? Question mark. Hashtag Kramer agrees.
Okay, so
end quote.
Let's explain what's happening here.
A
couple of weeks ago, you launched a subscription service on your Instagram.
Yeah.
And well, actually, let's take it back a step further to explain the first part. On the and this is no radio yuck. This is nothing. I really told Jess, and I believe this.
Yeah, this is a serious thing.
I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast or not, so forgive me. I forget what show we talked about what. But I told Jess that she should charge people to come to her wedding.
Yeah.
Basically, like a plate fee of like, okay, like. And it's even like you can pick your dinner. Like, here's the menu.
Yeah, it's gonna be $50.
$50 per person.
In lieu, his thing was in lieu of gift, it'll we would appreciate a $50 fee, but AKA it's gonna cost $50 for you guys to come to our wedding.
I would not be offended even 1% if somebody were to say, we're not doing gifts, but in lieu of, we're just asking for a $50, plate. $50 for your plate or whatever, just to cover the cost. Like, how can you argue with that? You can't be like, nah, I'm not coming to your wedding. You can't pay right. Like, that just makes no sense. I said, why don't you try that? Because that would, again, let's just say, let me just do the math on this. You have how many people coming to your wedding?
As of now, 155, but 5 people will be cut.
It's about to be 156. So
yeah, let's do 150 because that's where I'm supposed to be.
Okay, 150.
Yeah.
So I just got cut. And then and how much is it per person?
Let's say we're just rounding up.
Yeah.
Let's say 80 per person.
Open bar?
Fuck.
That's expensive.
So you already know the number.
Yes.
Okay. For those that are watching the YouTube show, just a little $12,000. That's just for food and drink.
That's just one.
Fuck. $12,000. So okay, so my original and Jess and I actually, because I get it, it's really expensive, and like especially right now, like nobody's got extra money. It's not like you come from this huge heritage family. Like I was lucky because my ex-wife's dad was really wealthy, so we didn't have to worry about shit.
Yeah, you're like, come through, bitch. Bring your friend and your friend's cousin.
Everybody gets a +10. It don't matter. Come on in.
Yeah.
But we but I think we had about 170. I mean, but it was still expensive. 30, 40. I mean, it was probably $40,000, but that's nothing nowadays. Your food alone is $12,000. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So we were kind of just like coming up with ideas on how to
make money. I've been looking at side jobs online, like typing jobs. Like if you take certain quizzes, you can make like 10, 20 bucks here. Like I've just been looking at different things where I can make money online and at home without doing OnlyFans.
So then we
I'm just trying.
So instead she's doing like OnlyFans Lite. Right?
Yeah.
It's like the non-sexual version of OnlyFans.
I'm doing like Family Matters OnlyFans right now.
Okay, so what did you launch a couple of weeks ago?
I launched a wedding subscription. So it's just a subscription on my Instagram. It's $4.99 a month, and it's basically just the behind the scenes of my wedding planning process.
Yes.
So I looked at it as, well, any money that I make on the subscription is going to our wedding fund.
Yeah.
But I mean, and aside from like literally trying to save money for our wedding, I also like there is this like guilt and like uncomfortableness of posting too much about my wedding on social media and my regular Instagram, just because of people just being annoyed over it, hating on it. Like, I mean, that we just had Valentine's Day and everyone always posts like, fuck all these relationships, blah, 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 blah. But if people in relationships ever talked about single people that way, oh bitch, we would get canceled.
That's true.
And so
you're right. That's
it's
really
rude.
weird.
It's rude and it's hurtful how single people can do that about people in relationships, but like, bitch, you better zip it. And you better like that, I'm self-love relationship fucking, post or whatever.
Don't you dare talk back to a single person.
Yeah. Don't you dare. And also, as far as like the wedding thing, I really want to be excited about this. And I also needed an outlet because I am missing out and very separated from all like the cutesy fun parts of doing certain things with my loved ones at home.
But let's call it what it is. It's another way to make some money.
No, totally. Well, this is what I mean. Like I'm able to being whenever I want to, just wedding all the time in order to also save money for this wedding.
So now what we're wondering is, because just on that message alone, and this is from someone that like we know loves us dearly, is it a bad look for you to be charging $4.99 for like your wedding stuff?
I also was like, this is me trying to be an entrepreneur, and this is my small business. Like I'm still creating content. Like I've always created content for free. I've always produced videos for free. You know what I mean? To entertain. To entertain. Also self-expression, but to entertain.
Yeah.
And it's my entire career has been free entertainment, and it is, and I love that because that's who I am.
No, not free. You're getting paid. You're getting paid to do it.
No, I'm saying on Instagram, as far as that outlet, right? But it's because it's funny and I want people to laugh, you know what I mean? But with this, I did not see an issue of to me, I'm looking at it as a small business.
Is it a bad look? Is it a bad look for Jess to be charging $4.99 a month to like see her wedding stuff? And like YouTube,
but you don't have to. But that's the thing. It's not like you can't. I mean, I still share other stuff, but it's like way more in depth. And it's like, if you don't want to see it, then don't see it. But I don't get why people would be mad at me for charging because they want to see it.
Well, it's hard to say because you and I, we're on the other side of it, right? Where we're like, we like sharing our lives,
and we do.
And the problem is, and this is what I think is the issue, is because, like, I mean, for example, we literally just went down and we just shouted out 5, 6, 7 people from San Diego, right? People that have followed our journey. And again, this is a relationship.
It is.
Just so that we're clear, we don't like if radio were to go away today, like we'd still feel connected to you. It's not we just talk to anybody because we're like, this is our job, we have to do it. We literally have gone through life with you. Like some of you guys watching and listening to this, y'all have known me since I was 20, 22, 23 years old.
Me when I was 18.
And like watching like you've been through like all the phases of life with me.
Yeah.
So I think that, and we've always just I don't want to say like just giving it to you, but like we've always shared freely. And like, for example, we feel the same way about you. It feels like we're friends, right? This shouldn't feel like, at the end of the day, y'all, though we're not specifically getting paid for this podcast, but like I get a check at the end of the day for doing what I do. Jess does too. Hassan does too. And like, this is our job, which I know feels like a friendship, and it is a friendship, but it's still at the end of the day, it's a job. So for years though, you have connected with us, not paying us a penny. And like, we've given you our lives. We've bonded over, you've shared your life with us. We shared our life with you.
Right. It's been a two-way street.
Yeah. So now the question is,
am I allowed to do this?
How does that make you feel? Does that feel shitty now that you're like, oh, I share, thank you for supporting me and all these other things, but now I'm going to charge you $4.99. By the way, I'm all for it. So I'm on your side. I'm trying to.
No, I know.
You ain't got to question me.
I know.
I think it's awesome. But I'm wondering though, if I was on the other side of this.
Totally. And I feel like if I were to like just shut my Instagram and all social media down, like completely, just went dark and then only had this subscription and made people like pay for that, I would think that would be shitty because I'm still like sharing everything else, and I'm still sharing wedding things. It's just more detailed wedding things somewhere else.
So you can comment on this. Hassan, does that make you feel weird at all? Or do you think it is what it is? Like, it's just it's unfortunately, y'all, it's kind of how media is going in any kind of like content creator. Like, for example, I do a podcast, I run commercials, I make a few dollars off of that. But the majority of the way that I keep my podcast running is by people giving me $4.99 a month to like keep
certified
it going.
fans.
Right. Now they get extra bonus. So it's similar. It's similar to it. And I don't have any qualms about it. It doesn't make me feel weird because I am producing content extra every day. Like I don't get paid. Even like the little bit I make off ads would not be enough for me to continue. I need help not only producing it to pay to produce it, but like I need to like make sense financially for me to like continue it. So like if certified fans pay for the production of it and I can make a couple $100 a month, I mean, it's a business that I have on the side, to kind of like do that. So you're doing the same thing.
Right.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
I'm not the one that's going to tell you to shut it off, but I'm wondering from the other side, like Hassan, if you had somebody like, who is somebody you listen to on the radio? Because I think radio is like the most personal of platforms.
Yes and no though. Like even just like
celebrities.
I'll say
YouTubers as well.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah, okay, YouTube. So like, would you feel? Let's say you watch somebody on YouTube, or even I guess now it's even following social media, and you felt really connected to them. And they're like, hey, like, and for years. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, okay, so I got this really exciting chapter. If you want to see it, you got to pay $5 now. Would that make you feel would that make you feel icky? Or are you just like, that's the business, I guess?
No.
You'd be fine.
Yeah. Okay. I've done that before.
Oh, he's like, I'm trying to get paid too, bitch.
Oh, shut up.
Every penny we can get over here.
No, but I have done that before. Like a friend, like it's like you just said, they start a small business.
Yeah.
Like because like once you Jess probably knows this, but once you hit a certain level on social media, you're getting paid regardless. You're not going to make that much, but you're going to get paid after a certain number. But if that person's starting a small business, like, hey, I'm still doing this, but I'm putting more effort into doing something else on the side.
Okay, so you're saying like this isn't
side
like
hustle,
typical social media stuff.
Yeah, people do it all the time.
Above and beyond what we're doing.
It's just people always complain about it, but this is nothing new.
But I can understand that it would kind of make people take a step back and be just because it's not something that I've ever done before.
Correct.
Okay, so let's go through comments to make sure that we're not off the mark. Because again, we don't want to be off the mark.
No,
At the
yeah,
end of
I
the
want to
day-
know. I'm curious. Like,
Yeah.
I just saw this as a really fun way to save for my wedding and like be, you know, have a small business on the side. But I am
Right.
curious on like how is that making people feel?
Right. So Gabriella says if they don't want to subscribe, don't. I never get why people press on that issue that literally doesn't affect them.
Correct.
Zariah, am I saying that right? Zariah? I want to get it right. Zariah? Yeah. Zariah's, I like that. Zuri? I like your name. We are paying for our content, and if Jess needs the extra cash right now, why not? I see no problem with it. Okay, so it doesn't make you feel gross. Hey, Carissa. Carissa says, no, if they don't want to pay for it, they don't have to. Nope, not at all. It seems like you guys are all pretty cool about it. So, all right, make that
Thank
money.
you.
Make
I
that,
appreciate
well,
that.
secure the bag. Is that?
Stop
Yes,
it.
get that bag, honey.
I'm mad. I'm mad about it. All right. That's all we got. My life is shit right now. You don't want to know about it. It's sad. It's just,
Oh my
I
God.
swear, there's nothing. There's
Why
no
did you say it like
It's
that?
just shit right now, man. I mean, so my love life stuff is so messy. Like trying to get my heal from my divorce and all that shit is messy. Kiki, every day I'm like, is she gonna die? Is she not? I'm dealing with that. And my dad's going through chemotherapy. It's just heavy, man.
Yeah.
Nothing like lighthearted. And Certified Mama's Boy goes into all of it. There's no reason to tank this podcast too.
Mhm.
All right.
That's fine.
So follow us on social media. Jess, where do we get? Oh, and we can subscribe to your wedding site.
Just do it. JESSDU on IG and my podcast Low Key.
And this is Hassan, our producer.
Hi.
How do we find you?
You can you can find
Oh,
me.
sorry.
I'm sorry, that was not funny.
I know.
It really wasn't. But y'all can find me
Ah.
at Stan Willie 2.
And I'm that guy Kramer. Don't DM. I mean, you can DM me. Just don't slide in my DMs. That's all I ask right now. Please, no one slide in my DMs. Okay.
Jess is so freaked out.
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What's wrong?
No, nothing.
You tired?
No, this honestly.
By the way, this is how I feel after every radio show, just so you understand. Okay?
no, this has been really nice. Everyone hated me for like
Yeah.
from 6 to 10 a.m. and
Yeah.
it's just been nice to like feel seen.
If you wonder where my depression comes from, it's literally 20 years of doing this. All right.
Love you guys.
We'll see you next
We
week. Bye,
really love you
everybody.
guys.
See ya.
Bye.